favorite generational podcast. I'm Katrina.
I'm Rachel.
And boy, do we have
a lot to talk about today.
What do we have to talk about today, Rachel?
TikTok.
That's kind of the point of a podcast.
No, I said TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. I thought you said we talk, and I was like...
No, I said TikTok. But you know what we have to talk about first?
What?
Same thing we talk about at the start. Oh my gosh, I can't open it. There we go.
There we go.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. It was loud.
Yes, I actually do wait to drink my Mountain Dew for recording. For those of you wondering. I really do that to myself. Refreshing.
Alright.
What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is the rain, because yesterday it rained, and I really like the rain, and everybody gets confused about why I like the rain, but I really like the rain, and I just sat out there.
How many times can you say rain in a sentence?
A lot, apparently. But I sat outside, I think, for two, 20-minute increments. In the rain, just, staring.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me feel good about myself, which makes people confused. They're like, how did you sitting out in the rain make you feel better about yourself? But, it was good. I love the rain, and I missed it because it hasn't rained in a while. Because in my state, it snows instead of rain.
In April! Yeah, we had that happen this week, too. So...
What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is the TikTok dance right now that I think was started by Aerie. Because it's all the hashtags are own the curve, but it's the dun 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 dun, and then it keeps going, and then you do both arms. I don't know, it's just a vibe. I hear it come on, and I'm like, oh, I love that one.
You know what else is a vibe that's a TikTok sound?
What?
Interior crocodile alligator iDress Chevrolet movie theater. That has been playing in my mind over and over the past 2 weeks. It's just interior crocodile. I can't speak anymore, which is gonna be a problem because we still have to record and we've only been recording for literally 5 minutes.
Get yourself a Mountain Dew.
No, it's only 3 minutes. I have no concept of time. Anyway.
We've been recording for 3 minutes, but that doesn't mean we're 3 minutes into the episode. What's your favorite thing this week?
I already said it because I said rain a million times in a sentence.
Okay, well, in that case, anything you want to ask me?
What's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is I Don't Know My Name by
it's
Grace Vanderwall. Thank you. It's also a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
My mom and stepdad just left with my dog, so now I'm sad.
Oh.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song this week is Night Changes by One Direction because I am re-entering my I'm re-entering my One Direction phase.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I've been listening to my One Direction playlist nonstop for most of this week, and honestly, because there are so many rumors around social media that they're gonna make they're gonna reunite this year in the summer.
Whenever that comes around.
Yeah, but for the, I think, 10-year anniversary of the band being around. Not 10. Is it 10?
I think it's 10.
I feel so old. You're all older than me.
Yeah, you're not old for that.
It's 2010, so it's the 10-year anniversary. They're talking about people, a lot of people are talking about them getting together, and so a lot of One Direction fans are going back into their One Direction phases. And so I decided to join them, and you know what? They have some undeniable bops.
Okay.
And Night Changes, I watched that music video on repeat.
Have you seen the Superwoman Lily sing One Direction video?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, it's comedy. Let me send it to you.
Okay.
It's her version and, like, her life of the songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
speaking of YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
You know what episode 2 is up of today? Episode 2 of season 2 of 100 Baby Challenge.
Ooh. Well, it's up yesterday.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm very excited because I missed that series popping up on trending, and so I feel like some normalcy has been restored in my life, which is something I need right now, and so...
Yeah.
Have you watched them?
I've watched last week's. I haven't gotten a chance to watch this week's because I worked yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And then came home and wanted to cry. I didn't, but I wanted to. I'm just tired of the craziness. Because, like, we went from 250 to 300 orders on the online orders, like, a week, to we keep hitting a new record every day. I think yesterday we did 500 orders. But they're not giving us any more staff or places to put the orders, so it is so chaotic. And it's like, my manager doesn't do anything. Like, he just walks around, and we're all like, so we have 3 managers that rotate out there. He's the main one, and then 2 other days we have different managers, and he works inside, or he has his day off, or whatever. I don't care what he does. The other 2 are, like, super chill. If we get busy, they'll start helping. They're always, like, organizing, asking us what we think. If we give them a comment or suggestion, they're like, oh, yeah, that totally makes sense, because we are the same people working out there every day, so we have our own system, regardless of what manager is there. And they're like, oh, yeah. So, like, one of the things is we get paperwork, which is just, like, a slip of paper. It says how many totes this person should have, and it has their receipt stapled to it. It has other information, too, but who cares about that? And you have to stick that with the stack of totes. And so what we've been doing is if it's verified, meaning you, like, check the right number of totes,
yeah.
You fold it in half and slide it under the lid sticking out. If it's not verified, you just leave it flat, so that way it's easier to tell what has and hasn't happened. And the manager that's normally out there that I don't like is always, like, folding or unfolding. He doesn't care. He just does whatever is easiest for him. And we're like... So we had an order messed up because we didn't realize, and, like, yes, we probably should have double-checked, but the point is, when we have 30 cars lined up because we're supposed to process 150 orders in an hour, like, we don't have time to go through and check that. The whole point of the system is that we don't have to do that, and he doesn't understand that, and, like, if you give him a comment or suggestion, he just wants to place blame all the time. So, like, once we stack all of our empty totes to the side, but when we get busy, we just kind of shove them over there and we deal with it later. Mm-hmm. And then we had a pallet of full totes that needed to be unloaded, and one of the new people started loading an empty tote onto the full pallet, and it still had its label on it, because we take those off as we're, like, stacking them and organizing them. And so he thought it was a new pallet. No, he thought that, I don't know what he was thinking. He put that one there with the sticker on it, took stickers off of some of the full ones, so we didn't know who they went to. And my boss came out and yelled at me because he was like, you unloaded this order and I see one on this pallet, which means you didn't check. And I was like, no, I did double check on the paper and it had the right number of totes. And he was like, well, you need to be triple checking. And then he opened it up and it was empty because it was one I unloaded. And he goes, oh. And that was that. He didn't apologize or anything. He just, like, continued to place blame. And then he was like, wait, why are these ones missing them? And he looked at me and my coworker that know what we're doing. And I was like, I don't know, I think Riley was working over there. I don't care if you know his name. But then he, like, just didn't even care because it was Riley. So, like, he treats the guys and the girls so differently. And, like, you're not supposed to stack totes over 4 high because then it's a safety hazard. He continually stacks them, like, 7, 8 high to the point that I can't get them down. Like, I have to ask someone to come over and help me. And, first of all, I hate doing that. Mm-hmm. But second of all, that's just, like, that takes away from someone else helping in the middle of a rush. He's so... Can't stand him. Anyway.
So, has the, So, for your grocery store that you work at, the orders it's stayed empty? Like... the aisles have stayed empty. Like, you're still
In-store?
low on stuff.
Oh, stock?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not in store. I'm out in the parking lot in a little building.
Are things still getting scratched a whole lot, though?
I get yelled at, like, twice a shift about toilet paper, but I don't really care anymore, because here's the thing. My grocery store restocks on Thursdays at, like, 3 a.m., so people on Thursday and Friday, and sometimes Saturday, will get their toilet paper. But then people will come on a Wednesday and be mad at me, and I'm like, well, we restocked a week ago, so...
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, I was just asking because my dad just went to the grocery store by our house, and he was like, everything was basically fully stocked except for, like, toilet paper and
What time did he go,
cleaning
though?
stuff. I don't remember.
Because if you go in the morning, it will be fully stocked. But if you go, like, afternoon or evening, it typically won't be. But again, it depends where you are. I'm in, like, a metro area.
Yeah.
So it's a little different here. It's all just stupid.
Yeah.
But, like, oh my gosh, I had to run in and grab something for a customer, and it was chilly, so we were allowed to wear our hoodies, so I was wearing my Howdy Yokes hoodie from Bacon and Eggs, a Movie Lovers podcast. New episodes wherever you get your podcasts, and now on Spotify. Sorry, I had to finish it. But I was wearing that, and so you couldn't see that I worked there. And this woman was taking up an entire aisle with her cart. Like, her cart was turned sideways, she was taking up the entire aisle. And our aisles are one way right now, so I couldn't just, like, turn around. I mean, I could, but I didn't want to. And so I said, excuse me, and I, like, started to move by her, because there was, like, enough space I could get by. And she just started screaming at the top of her lungs, 6 feet! 6 feet! 6 feet! And I was like... This was after I'd been yelled at a few times today already by customers who had items scratched and were upset, and I was like, I can't do literally anything about that, but okay. But I was just so done at the end of that day. That was Friday when you were like, when do you want to record? And I was like, I don't know, I just want to go cry.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Essential workers have it rough right now.
Oh, and then, like, the other thing is, we can accept tips, but the stores across town that are, like, a different company can't. So if you're doing online orders, always ask. A guy tipped me a $5 bill and a medical mask.
Okay.
I know, I was like, first of all, you just rubbed the dirty $5 bill on the inside of the mask. Second of all, no offense, dude, but I don't know where that mask has been, so I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use one of the medical masks I already have, because my stepdad is a therapist in a doctor's office that isn't seeing COVID patients, so they have masks.
Maybe I don't need one, but...
Yeah. And, like, masks aren't required out in public here yet. But they will be. And so I'm just waiting for that, honestly. I get chewed out by customers for that, because we don't wear masks, because we're bad people. We're sweating so much, because it's, like, literally moving 20 to 50 pounds at once. Like, you can't breathe. But I get yelled at by customers for that, and I'm like, well, cool.
Fun.
Yeah, but how's your week been?
This week has been really weird, because it's been a week since my birthday, officially, now. Which is really weird, because it doesn't feel like it's been a week. It feels like it's been maybe, like, 3 days. But it's been a full week, and so it's been kind of weird, because, like, I knew that I didn't have any concept of time through all of this stuff caused by the incident, but it just hit me because it's like, oh, we are recording on Sunday, and my birthday was Sunday, so that means it's been a week since my birthday. Good job, Katrina. And so it's it's been a little weird, but I guess it's kind of good, because it doesn't feel like the days are dragging on, so.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Like, on the one hand, I'm like, oh yeah, that was a pretty fast week, but on the other hand, I'm like, oh my god. My shifts are long. Those 5 hours I work, and they just moved me up to 7-hour shifts, but that means I'll have less shifts, because I did say I can't work more than 25 hours a week for my own sanity.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're scheduling me 7 hours, they can schedule me at most 4 shifts. I guess they could schedule me a 5th shift if it's for an hour, but I'm not coming in. Yeah. Yeah, but my 5 hours, they're so long, and it just makes me sad.
Should we talk about what's trending on YouTube?
I already asked you what was trending on YouTube, and then I got distracted.
Well, we mentioned, the 100 baby challenge, and then
I said the Lily Singh thing, and then I said, speaking of YouTube, and then we got distracted.
As usual. Anyway, the first thing I saw trending on YouTube is episode 3 of Some Good News with John Krasinski, which I'm guessing is something we will be discussing a lot, because not many things don't have to do with the incident that are trending, so. But on this week's, I think he releases them every Sunday, so this isn't really accurate now.
I think so.
Yeah. But last week's episode, he talked about how people were, like, families were starting to play baseball with each other since baseball got canceled overall, just so they had, like, some sense of normalcy. And then he did a Zoom call with, unit in Boston, I think. Oh yeah, the incident unit in Boston. And so he just not congratulated, he thanked them, and then
congrats, guys!
Good job. But he thanked them for all they're doing, because you should. And then he let them go to the, I don't know baseball teams, but he let them go to one of the, I think it was Red Sox. It was Red Sox. He let them go to the Red Sox stadium and throw off the opening day pitch.
But we don't have it.
Yeah. But it was just so they could feel like a big part of something. And it was really
cute.
sweet, and I started crying, as I normally do.
I was like, that's
when
not
watching
new, but
this.
okay.
But, yeah. Since opening day was supposed to be last week, then he just wanted them to be able to do something, since they're getting so much recognition. Anyway, I am a little rusty on the trending videos, because I watched them, like, 2 days ago, so that's why I'm stumbling my way through this. Anyway, next video that was trending, and a lot of videos that were trending had to do with the Disney Family Sing-Along. But the video that I
watch it because I don't have cable.
Yeah, me either, but,
you would think they would upload that to Disney Plus.
I think someone mentioned that they uploaded it to, I think they uploaded it to Hulu for some reason, and not Disney Plus.
That's wild, but
Yeah.
That was a weird way of saying
But the video that was trending that I chose to put down for it was High School Musical cast performs We're All in This Together. And it wasn't just the High School Musical cast, although that was most of who it was. It was High School Musical, and it was High School Musical, the musical, the series, and Charli D'Amelio was in it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go her, but also I was like, okay. I'm trying to think of who else was in it, but there were a lot of people in it, and it kind of stemmed from the whole TikTok thing where a bunch of the cast was doing the dance on TikTok anyways, and so they were like, hey, why not make this an official thing? And there were a couple other videos trending about this sing-along, like Ariana Grande sang I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules, and Beyonce did, I think A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes, or When You Wish Upon a Star, one of the slower ones, I don't remember. But I think it's cool that they wanted to do something for...
No comment on the burp? was such a good one. It was just very, like...
what am I supposed to say?
I'd like
good
some
job,
reaction.
Rachel.
I mean, that works. I'd like some reaction.
Wow, Rachel. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Anyway. What are your thoughts on the whole thing, even though you didn't really... The whole idea of the Disney Family Sing-Along, even though you didn't get to watch it, because I didn't either.
I mean, I like the idea of it.
Yeah. Because there was the whole Gal Gadot Imagine video that got some negative reactions.
I would be one of those negative reactions.
Yes, me too. But
why?
there was a lot of negative reactions for that one and a lot of positive for this one. And so...
That's good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways. It's the Ellen DeGeneres sound. We've talked about that, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Should we talk about what's trending on Twitter now?
Yeah, we should.
Alright, first thing trending on Twitter is DJ John Krasinski brought prom to the class of 2020 and it was so pure. Did you watch this at all?
I didn't. My mom really wanted to do prom pictures last night because last night was prom.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't feeling up to it after work. We might do some today, though.
Yeah. My parents were very, like, they were like, oh, it's, because the day that they were doing the, live prom was the day that was supposed to be my prom, and they were like, oh, do you want to, like, take pictures or anything? And I'm like, I never got my prom dress, so I can't really...
For once in my life, I was like, I'm gonna get my prom dress early!
And then,
yeah.
But they were all trying to push me to take prom pictures, and I'm like, with what? My homecoming dress? I already have pictures of my homecoming
You
dress.
could just get a normal dress. Like, I know you have some.
I have sundresses. They're all short.
That works.
Most prom dresses in my
I
state
know,
are long.
but you could
so.
still... Mine too, but you could still just take pictures in them.
Well... And they... I think it was a very sweet gesture, especially with the musicians that tagged along with John Krasinski. Like, I know the Jonas Brothers did something. I think Billie Eilish did something. I didn't watch it, but I saw clips of it afterwards, especially on the Twitter moment. But I had some friends that watched it and dressed up, and so I thought it was cool that the spirit was still there, even though...
What else is trending?
The other thing I saw trending on Twitter was a Twitter moment titled "Quarantine is time to do spring cleaning and DIY home projects." And I've seen this especially on TikTok. Like, I know back in the summer there were some people that were like, "Oh, I'm redecorating my childhood treehouse to be like a hangout spot with my friends." And I've seen a lot of those types of videos resurface now that people have a lot of spare time. And so...
But no friends.
Yeah, they're like, okay. Like, I saw one that was someone making like a hot tub space out of their old treehouse. Like, the top part of the treehouse wasn't there, but they were like, hey, the hot tub fits in here, so if I just like clean it up and make it like all pretty and everything. I definitely need to do some spring cleaning. I've thought about it, like, but whenever I think about spring cleaning, I cannot say that word. Whenever I think about it, it's always right when I'm going to bed. Like, I'll lay it in bed and I'm like, oh, if I did this, then I could do this the next day and I could do this the next day, and then I'll wake up and I'm like, nah, I'll just do it later. But if it's my procrastinator brain, but the thing is my procrastinator brain doesn't exist at night, because at night it's like, oh, you could do all this cool stuff, you could do this, and then like I wake up and the motivation's gone. So yeah.
Yeah, Sky helped me clean out my car today, so we went ahead and got food for lunch.
That's good.
Yeah. The place we went to, it gives out, like, little cups of ice cream when you order a meal and you have a dog in the car.
Yeah.
So she was very excited, and she loves their ice cream. So she was very mad at me that I was, like, holding it to the side so she couldn't get it until we got home. But she was very happy to be in the car, because she loves car rides. She was very happy to be in the car and get to see people that aren't with her 24/7.
Yeah. My brother and I have been doing that recently, not going to get food, but for some reason his biology teacher is like, oh, you need to go out in the wilderness and record life in the wilderness. And so we've been driving to this open space that is kind of by our house, and so we've been driving there, and I've been staying in the car, so I have not interacted with anybody, but it's good to get out of the house. And at first it was hard to remember how to drive, which was weird, because I was like, is the car breaking down, or am I just not used to this? Turns out the car was breaking down a little bit. But we got it fixed, because I think it was the day that we found out that the Disney trip was canceled, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go drive and get some chicken nuggets. And so I went to go get some chicken nuggets, and then I went in the drive-thru for the first time ever, and I rolled the window down, and the car sounded like it was dying, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And I thought it was just, like, me not remembering how to drive, but it's good now.
Oh, well... But, it's reassuring, I guess.
The more you learn.
Yeah. I remember the first time I went in a drive-thru. It was scary. Like, actually scary.
Yeah.
Woo! Is there anything else trending on the Twitters?
Nope.
Alright, in that case, should we answer some, I almost said some BuzzFeed questions. I mean, that too,
ahead of ourselves.
But...
I mean, yes, but let's answer some listener questions before we do the BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes. What are
all right, our first question... Our first question is from @melmic222. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Katrina's mom.
And she asks, what's the best thing you've done this week? Like, thing we've accomplished or thing that we've...
I cleaned out my car and then rewarded myself with food. And my dog.
I turned in a lot of assignments that, like, I didn't really think that I was going to be able to turn them all in. Mm-hmm. And then I got them all done, and I was very proud of myself.
Thank you for reminding me I'm still in that online class. Despite having all my classes online now, kind of. My school just straight up canceled. Like, we're not, we're going to move all the classes online. Like, we're done. If you're not in an AP class that is through the community college, you're just done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still getting the credits?
Kind of. They're defaulting everything to pass, no mark. Normally it's pass, fail, but they explicitly said pass, no mark, unless you ask for otherwise.
Okay.
I'm only in 3 non-community college classes, and one of them is gym. So there's that. But my online class that is, like, directly through the college, not through the high school, yeah, I still forget I'm in it. On a regular basis.
That's fair, I guess.
It's just stupid. I'm bored.
And I'm bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. Have you seen the remix with that sound in the Me music?
Probably, but I don't know what you're talking about.
It's so good. It fits so perfectly. Hang on, I'll send it to you.
Okay, so you know how sometimes you get, like, TikTok videos from TikTok when you've been scrolling too long?
Yeah.
I just got one that's, wait a minute, when was the last time you went outside? Because before we recorded, I was on TikTok for a really long time. So,
Me too.
and honestly, the last time I went outside was earlier this afternoon because I needed to do some photography stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of boring, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
I
forgot what day it was now.
I usually forget what day it is at this point.
Me too.
Also, because I have to wake up at 6:30 for work most days,
Yeah.
my body has just quit, and now I wake up at 6:30 every day, no matter what, if I work or not. So then I have a panic attack when I fall back asleep. Like today, I woke back up at 8, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm an hour late for my shift! I was not.
Oh no.
I don't work today. But, please be nice to essential workers. I feel like a broken record, but also I'm still getting screamed at, so... It's like two ends of the spectrum, though. Either you have people that, like, put in the comments, like, thank you so much for what you're doing, like, we really appreciate it, yada yada yada, and then they come and, pick up their groceries, and they're super sweet and kind, and, you know, thanking you for being there, and then you have the people that are like, give me my toilet paper! I'm like, ma'am? But I do, on Tuesdays, or Thursdays and Fridays, and even more on Saturdays, but it doesn't happen on Saturdays a lot, when someone has toilet paper in their order, we had to start, like, putting it in the bins and using an entire bin just for toilet paper. Normally we put stuff like that on top with a sticker, and we just call it bulk, but people are trying to steal it! So, when I load it into someone's car, I go, oh, looks like you won the lottery. You did get a package of toilet paper. Go ahead, guard that with your life. And I usually get a laugh like that from it, where it's like, through the nose breathing. They think it's funny, but they don't want to acknowledge it. I'm like, thank you. I'll be here all week. Tip me, please.
Here's the thing, is I always, like, I've been thinking about, like, maybe getting a job, and I'm like, should I? Because I'm also very bad with confrontation, and so I don't know if that would be best for my mental health, so...
Here's the thing, right? I have really stopped caring. Like, it's really annoying when people yell at me about toilet paper, but I'm just like, unfortunately... Like, I don't even fake my customer service face now. I'm just like, yeah, unfortunately that's out of our control. It's kind of happened globally. It's not just you.
Huh.
Yeah.
What a concept.
There are some people that think literally all of the problems in the world right now are just happening to them and no one else is experiencing them, and I'm like...
Hello?
Ma'am, this is global! Like, this lady just screamed at me, and she was like, I need my Lysol wipes! And I was like, so do the doctors and first responders and the healthcare workers and the grocery workers and the fast food workers that are being forced to come in and, like, all the other essential workers. So I don't think you need them at your house as badly as these other places need them, which is why it's prioritized there! So, like, we have off-brand Clorox wipes. I don't think I'm supposed to say that, though. I'm leaving it in, because, again, y'all don't know where I work, other than I work with a guy named Riley.
Oh no.
But it's like, straight up, we have hand sanitizer, we have gloves, we have wipes. Just saying, ironically, though, none of us use the gloves. Because there's not, we would go through a pack of them so quickly, because what you're supposed to do is switch gloves or wash your hands, or, like, wash Germ-X with the gloves on or something, every time you touch a different surface. So, ideally, we would do it between every person's order, but again, when you're going through 30 cars in 20 minutes, and you normally, like, previously did 5 cars in 20 minutes, you just, no.
No.
We're not going to make the shortage even worse.
Exactly.
But anyway, at Kane_I says, forgot we were doing listener questions.
What a
Do you see yourself continuing this podcast and or others into adulthood? So, here's the thing. I think both of us would be too scared to ever tell the other one we want to stop.
Yeah.
So,
like,
for the time being, yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going
We
until
might.
there's, like, a reason not to, I guess.
Yeah, like, I see it as a very large possibility that, like, we take a break at the beginning of next school year. Just because you'll be starting senior year and I'll be starting my freshman year in college. So we might take, like, a few weeks off then. But I don't see us stopping anytime soon. And actually, that's when we took our first break last year. Like, our first break ever was right after.
I think it was before second semester. Because it was the new year.
No, because it was right after our 1 year on the podcast. I don't remember. You get my point.
Yeah. We will be taking breaks, but it is not like a permanent...
We're not like One Direction where we're going to be like, we're going to take a break for a little bit.
Too soon! Too soon!
It is not too soon!
Leave me alone!
It's like, we're going to take a year break. Never gets back together. Oh, my dear Hufflepuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the scarf.
They're gonna get back together.
As far as starting another podcast, I don't want to. Like, this is a lot of work. And also...
maybe if you didn't have to, like, edit it, and maybe if, like, it was something you were super, super into.
But even this I'm, like, super into. It's just, it's
true.
exhausting.
Yeah. Having to deal with me one
Pretty
day a
much.
week on a weekly basis.
Yep, that's
is
it.
So
You got
tiring.
me. You got me. No, we both know I'm an introvert. Conversations exhaust me. Like, I don't think I could do this I had to do this multiple days a week. Like, the weeks that we have to pre-record a lot, you know I'm dying.
Yeah.
I die.
Yeah.
Now you have the bored in the house sound stuck in my head.
Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. And we're gonna stop it there. Alright, next question from Kane_I is, can Rooch rant about Karens more?
Say that word again?
Can Rooch rant about Karens more?
You're like, rant? Can you rant?
You know what?
What?
I'm
Tell
having
me.
a rough week speaking.
I can tell. And it's Sunday, so the week just started.
So it's gonna be great.
I can rant about Karens as long as Karens continue to be Karens.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I don't doubt they won't.
No. Right now, a lot of the things they're doing and ranting about and, like, being stupid about, it's the same thing, just different people.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear me tell the same story over and over again, like, just repeat the podcast. That's a lot of talking for me.
See if you can memorize an entire episode. Could not be me.
No,
as soon as we finish recording, like, everything that I say just goes out of my head, and they're like, hey, people listen to the podcast, and they're like, hey, I like when you said this on that one episode, and I'm like, I said what now?
Oh, my favorite thing is, like, I'll be listening, because I have to listen to it all twice. I have to listen to it when we're having the conversation and when we're editing. And we'll be editing. I'll be editing, and we'll start having a conversation. I'm like, wait, what?
We did.
And then I'll think of some quirky title. I'll post it, and someone will in Discord or Twitter will be like, "Hey, this was so funny! Haha! I love that conversation." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like, I've listened to it at least twice, and I'm like, "No, that never happened."
No.
Oh, lovely.
It's wild.
It
Especially
is.
Especially when this was a project for school and the teacher that was supervising me was like, oh, I liked when you said this on the podcast. And I'm like, haha, yeah.
Yeah, me too. That was a really fun conversation.
that was a great conversation that I totally remember having.
I knew you were going to end it like that. That's the thing. I can predict what Katrina's going to say, but I can't remember it.
See, Rachel could just have a conversation with herself with her saying what she would say and what I would say because she knows what I'm going to say anyway.
Okay, you act like I don't do that in my head. Like, I fully have arguments with people in my head. And I win.
Rachel just has beef with me in her head and she just doesn't tell me.
No, it's like with literally everybody. And I'll have, like, 3 hours later, I'll be like, and to continue our conversation, you never acknowledged this. And I'm like, maybe
I do that all the time. Like, there are some people that are in my AP Lang class that, I guess I don't have to deal with them anymore, which is a good thing. But they are very close-minded people, and I do not like them, and I had to sit next to them, like, the entire first half of the second semester, and it was real rough, and I, like, came home, because it was my 8th hour, and so I came home, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna scream. And, like, I ranted to my friends a lot. I was like, you know what? They're just gonna... Okay. Anyway.
I'm scared my car is gonna get broken into because I have Germ-X in it.
Oh, no.
Like, this is something that crosses my mind every day. Because I have a little tiny thing of Bath & Body Works Germ-X. And I also have a pair of non-latex. I have a pair of, like, the plastic gloves in my car. Because I may have put them in my pocket at work and completely forgotten about it. And then I was like, hey, now I have gloves. But yeah, I'm scared my car's gonna get broken into.
I mean, you could put it in, like, do you have a glove box?
It's in the glove box. I'm just scared.
You're just scared that it's gonna...
Yeah, like, so many people are hanging their masks from the, like, rear view mirror. And I'm like, yeah, I would do that, but I already have a tassel, my school parking tag, and my work name tag hanging from there. Which, by the way, is a safety hazard. You're not supposed to have anything hanging from your rear view when you drive, because it creates a blind spot. But all of my things are things that, like, they're thin and they move, so it's not a big deal. But, like, the handicap signs that go in the window, you're not supposed to drive with those up. You're supposed to take them down, because they're really thick and they don't move a lot. Mm-hmm. And thick as in, like, wide, not like, she's thick.
Yeah. I cannot believe that is something that you just said.
Oh, you know you were thinking
it. Not she thick. Thick with the CK and not 2 C's.
Right. Alright, final question.
Anyway.
_I is, what mics do you have? We have different mics. Katrina's was a gift, and mine was also a gift from different people to different people and of different mics.
Yeah, different mics, different people.
Different gifts, but, like, same gift. Because they were both Christmas gifts, but yours was a Christmas gift exchange, and mine was my mommy.
Yeah.
I have the Snowball Ice, and the I is lowercase, but the rest is uppercase in ice. I don't know why. But then I also have a mic stand, one of the ones that, if you watched Jordan Bulkey's... Why did I just, like, grumble her last name? Did you hear it was, like, Jordan Bulkey? My voice got really deep there. I'm sorry, Jordan. If you watched Jordan's Twitch stream where she was talking about it was the listen along for Late to the Party. She held up one of her mic stands, and that's what we have, and they're really, really annoying if you touch them. Yeah. And then I have...
Which is why I try not to touch them, but it has springs and it's so pretty.
That's true. But then I also have a pop filter. See, I just touched mine. I have a filter on mine because I enunciate a lot, which means sometimes I accidentally spit. And the pop filter protects that. What about you?
I have a Yeti stereo microphone. Yeah, I have the same mic stand, but I don't have a pop filter because I don't think I spit.
You didn't... Technically, Patreon paid for your stand, so if you want, Patreon can pay for your filter.
I mean, true.
We did just get a payout I need to send you. But now is not the time because you know it's bad. Amazon is out of podcasting mics. Because that's one of the things they're not restocking. And then the best...
That's how you know that people have nothing better to do.
I know. But then, like, my favorite thing... Did I send you the screenshot? I think I did. Or I posted it in a server you're in. Where it was, like, a tweet about, you know it's bad when Amazon runs out of podcast mics. And then right under it was a tweet that our first episode is releasing.
Yeah, I was like, wow. The irony just popped off.
It's so good. What's our next question?
Our last question is from @SuperZanQ. Hi, little brother.
Hello, brother.
And he asks, what is your least favorite children's book?
That is a really hard question.
Are we talking, like, young adult, or are we talking, like...
No, like, children. Like,
okay.
Harper would be reading this, or, well, Harper would be having this read to her.
You know who I hate?
What?
Is Caillou.
Caillou is not a children's book. He's a crappy TV show.
There are books of it, though.
Okay, but they were based off the TV show. You know what I don't like?
I know.
Is Brown Bear, because I try to read it with my niece, and my sister just starts saying it all. Because she has it memorized. But also, I love and hate Five Little Monkeys. Have I told this story?
I don't know.
Okay, so when Harper got her concussion while she was here, we went to the bookstore, or she and my grandma did, and got her Five Little Monkeys. Which, if you know anything about the book, Five Little Monkeys, it's 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So now, we have it all memorized. We don't need the book to read it to her. But now anytime you read it, you say, bumped his head, and she'll hold her hand on her head and go, owie! And she'll hold her hand right where she hit and got her concussion.
Oh, no!
And then when you get to the, Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. She'll wag her finger at you.
No.
And the cutest thing, oh my gosh, if she's mad at her dog, who is named Yoda, if she's mad at Yoda, or she doesn't want to talk to Sky, she'll go, no, and wag her little finger. Yeah, that's my favorite children's book. I guess my least favorite, would be probably Brown Bear. I used to like Brown Bear.
Mm-hmm. My dad and brother have a rap that goes with 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
No. Do I
and it was my brother do the rap. Is that what you said?
I said, do I want to know?
Oh. I was like, if you said do it. I don't think I can do it because and Alex did it for the family reunion talent show like 10 years ago. So, I don't even know if he still remembers it, but basically instead of saying bumped his head, it's 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed, one fell off and busted his head. And it's it's a trip. I think I could find a video and send it to you because my dad did record it when my brother did it. It was hilarious.
Oh my.
I can't think of any like children's books that I dislike.
You know what I loved?
Besides
Franklin the Turtle!
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, you kind of remind me of Franklin. Because let's be real,
do?
he's a total Hufflepuff. Did I send you the TikTok about... Oh, wait, you sent that to me.
Wait, which one?
Wait, maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the rules of Hufflepuff. You sent it to me. Where it's like, be friend to Slytherin because they'll do anything you say. Called out. Okay.
Love you. Say it back.
Love you more!
Okay. Love you most. End of. Okay.
Love you 3001, end of.
I said end of. That means end of!
Alright, Katrina!
Yes, Rachel.
Every time
Rachel has a lot of energy and it's kind of scary.
we just chugged a Mountain Dew.
That makes sense.
And, like,
Still
I don't know.
scary.
Today has been very rejuvenating. Cleaned out my car, got some, trash food, like the true American I am, played with my dogs. I washed my sheets. Well, they're in the washer right now. I actually need to go switch them into the dryer. But, like, I washed my sheets. Do you remember that tweet I made about, like, go wash your towels and your sheets? Yeah, I didn't. When I tweeted that, I hadn't washed them in 2 weeks, and that was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago that I tweeted that, so I haven't washed my sheets in a really long time, but I They are washed, and I washed my comforter. Because my dog sucks. She likes to get really muddy, and then I wipe off her feet before she comes in, but then she still has some, like, dirt that flakes off, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. It always ends up in my bed. Don't know how, but it always does. And, like, on my comforter. And that's gross. I should vacuum, and then I'd feel really productive. Anyway, can we take a BuzzFeed quiz?
We can.
What's our BuzzFeed quiz this week?
It's this honest personality quiz will tell you which state you belong in.
Oh, it's a slidey bar.
Yeah.
Alright,
I figured we could just say, like,
I like that the colors are perspective C colors for the picture.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
It's like they knew we were gonna take the quiz.
It's like they've been listening. Oh, hey, dear my AP Gov teacher that said, what did he say? He had us take an online, like, belief quiz, and he said, write a reflection on your beliefs and if you think it's accurate or not. Just because a survey on the internet tells you something, don't, just like which Disney princess you are, don't believe it. Be skeptical. And I'm like, buddy!
That's our whole brand.
That is our brand! That, and talking about YouTube trending. Try, guys. That was just a joking cough. I am fine. And that's the thing. I do the joke cough a lot where you're like, your name. And I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
And that's really sad. Anyway, where are you on the scale of introvert to extrovert? You know, you wouldn't believe me right now, but I'm an introvert. I didn't go all the way. I went one click over from introvert. Because I have my moments.
Oh, it has...
Yeah.
I thought I was just gonna... I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to, like, say, oh, I'm, like, 70, whatever.
No, you can...
I don't... Am I the same amount of introvert as you, or am I...
So here's how I like to see it. I only take pictures when I'm out with friends with one friend. You take pictures with all your friends, but straight up, like, I'll go out with a ton of friends. Not a ton of friends. Like, 3 different people, different times. I only take pictures with the one. So, and it's not because I don't like the other 2. They're fine. They're good people, but I'm like, you have to force me to be in pictures, because then I have to remember that I went out into the world, and that's traumatic.
See, I'm the instigator of the pictures, so I guess I am more extroverted than you.
That's not hard, though.
Should I just be 1 click over from where you were, or should I be 2?
Hey, Google, flip a coin. It landed on tails, whatever that means for you.
So that's 2. Okay. Tails is always even numbers, and heads is always odd numbers.
Okay, you know what I love about that, though? When you tell it to flip a coin, it makes the sound of a coin flipping. That's so cute. What's the next question?
Next question is, are you indoorsy or outdoorsy?
Okay, so here's my thing. I'm thinking about my hobbies when I see this, right? I go snowboarding now, in the winter. Not like now. It's spring. The snow finally melted. We're not supposed to dip below freezing again. Sorry if that made anyone's dog bark. I know that pain. But also, rock climbing. Which I do indoors, but only because there's not anywhere to outdoor rock climb around me. And the gym that I go to has, like, one of the walls is a garage door. Like, one of the really big ones. So they try and make it feel outside. And I love hikes. I'm gonna say I'm pretty outdoorsy. I'm gonna go 1 click away from the end again.
Okay. I'm indoorsy.
Really? I would have said you would put, like, not the middle, but 1 click to outdoorsy, you know? Because you like to go on your walks to the park.
That is true, but I
play
don't
in
do
trees randomly. Like, just chill up there.
I think I'm gonna do 1 towards indoorsy.
That was a lot of stammering. That fits.
Aye.
Aye.
Good job. Aye.
How adventurous or cautious are you? That depends.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, I'll rock climb something that is way above my skill level just to fall. Because sometimes you really just want a good fall, you know? You don't want, like, a frustrating fall on something that you're working hard to figure out how to get up. You just want, like, I failed. And also, on my second time snowboarding, I went down the black diamond. And only fell once. Which isn't bad. You know what's hard, though, is standing back up when you're on a snowboard in the middle of a mountain.
Going down a hill?
Yeah. Because, like, the way I do it is I use the board to stand up. So I put my arms on the board and then I push up. Because if you push up behind you, you're just gonna fall again. At least for me, because my balance is off. I don't know.
The thing is, like, if we're talking about, like, not physically,
I was like,
Here's what I'm thinking, is the adventure class that I took last semester, I would try everything. I wouldn't, like, I'm not scared of heights or, like, anything that, like, most people say that they're scared of. Like, I wasn't scared for most of the things that we did in that class, but also, like, I'm more cautious when it comes to, like, situations I'm normally in, because I'm not usually, like, walking across a log, like, 60 feet in the air.
I would say I'm gonna go all the way to adventurous, because, like, I respect fear. It has its place. I'm not one to put myself in dangerous situations with people, but with activities, heck yeah. Like, I don't want to go around risky people. I'm pretty cautious when it comes to, like, new people. Or doing things with people I don't really trust.
Yeah.
But I want to go skydiving so badly. Like, so badly.
I'm trying to decide, because, like, it depends on the context of it. I think I might just leave mine in the middle.
Fair enough.
Because it depends on the situation, because if it's, like, doing things that people consider adventurous, like, there's this thing that we did in my adventure class that's called the Leap of Faith, where you had to, jump and grab, like, a trapeze bar.
Mm-hmm. I want to do that so badly.
Yeah, it was really fun, and a lot of people were, like, really scared to do it, and not a lot of people in my class did it, but, like, I don't know. I'm gonna stick in the middle, because I'm very cautious when it comes to social interaction, but adventurous when it comes to, like, I don't know. We're just gonna leave it in the middle and leave it at that.
Your turn.
How much of your personality is logical or emotional?
You're all the way on emotional. I'm one click away from logical. Because I do, when I get anxious or angry, my emotions start to take over. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about, like, crying when I'm angry. That's just, like, I feel like that is just wired into the female brain, and so then it's seen as weak. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I cry when I'm angry, and that's not me being emotional. That's just, like, I physically can't help it. Like, but sometimes I get upset about things.
Yeah.
Do you like spontaneity or routine? Routine, 100%. And one click away from routine.
I think I'll do 2 clicks away from routine.
Because I like spontaneity when it's planned. I know that doesn't make any sense, but, like, if we're gonna change up the routine for a day, I at least want, like, a general outline of what we're doing. I don't like surprises. They make me incredibly uncomfortable. So I can't... I feel like I can't be on the spontaneity side.
Yeah. Maybe I'm 2 clicks away. Because... I don't know. Or 3 clicks away.
Alright, so our final question is, do you prefer winter or summer? My birthday's in summer. But also heat is in summer, but cold is in winter, but snowboarding is in winter. But there isn't school in the summer, so I'm gonna go 2 clicks away from summer.
I'm gonna do...
1 click away. I really like athletic shorts. Not jean shorts, just give me, like, running shorts, but I don't actually go running.
I'm gonna do either 3 or 4 clicks away from winter. Because I like the cold more than I like the warm.
So, speaking of running shorts, Under Armour has me pegged. I bought that one pair of, like, light spring sweatpants, you know?
Yeah.
And then they, about a week later, sent me an email, and they were like, hey, we think you'd like these. And there's pairs of shorts that were really cute, and I was like, well, crap.
Oh, boy.
You're right, so I bought 2 pairs. And I have a feeling I'm gonna get another email, and I have a feeling I'm going to buy more clothes. Okay, Adidas, Nike, Under Armour. Rank them.
I have no experience with any of them.
See, I wear athletic clothes, but I make it athleisure. Like, it's not athleisure. It's supposed to be athletic, and I don't care. I like Under Armour, and then I don't care about it. Like, I go back and forth on Adidas or Nike. I like Nike shoes more than Adidas. I like Nike sports bras more than Adidas. But, like, I logged onto Adidas' site a few weeks ago, and it was, like, straight out of a 90s club. So I was like, I don't vibe with that. It's not my style, so I don't know. But yeah.
I only really buy things from Target, so...
I mean, these shorts I got were from Target. They look like Lululemon. Like, the symbol they have...
Symbol.
Looks like...
I can't
see that?
them.
Here, let me fix it.
No.
It helps if I... There we go.
There we go. Ooh.
And they have this cute little mesh on them. Ignore that I've been, like,
so
scratching my leg. But yeah, it's super cute. My skin's dry, so, like, if my legs look red and scratchy, that's literally because I itched them once.
Yeah, I was sitting in the car, like, waiting for my brother to come back from his biology thing, and I was, like, just looking at, like, the skin in between my fingers, and it was so dry and cracked, and I'm like...
Yeah, how long after you wash your hands are you allowed to use lotion? That's what I want to know. Because I've been washing my hands so much that my hands are, like, the desert. But you can't wash and then immediately put on lotion because then your hands are still wet and the lotion doesn't stick right. And it, like, dilutes it, and then you have to, like, put it all up to your elbow, even though you got an amount that normally would just work for your hands. But you also don't want to do it too soon after because then, like, wouldn't that kind of ruin the hand washing?
Yeah.
The world we live in.
Did you hit I'm done on the BuzzFeed quiz?
I did.
I did not. I just did. What did you get?
You got Colorado. What did you get?
I got Vermont.
Oh, I love Vermont.
What's your description say?
My description is there a state more beautiful than Colorado? Doubtful. If you want some scenery out your back window, this is your state. Plus, weed is legal, if you're into that.
Wow.
For anyone wondering, I've talked about living in Colorado before, so...
Alright, my description is, if you want a coastal vibe but you don't want to live somewhere hectic and crowded, consider beautiful Vermont. Each season has its perks, so you can spend your summers at the beach and your winters inside by the fire with hot cocoa.
Yes, and despite what my mom might try and tell you, there are airports in Vermont.
What?
I swore I told you this story. Okay, so one of the schools I considered applying to was UVM, which is University of Vermont. And my mom's reasoning on why I shouldn't go there is, oh, you can't go there. They don't have airports in Vermont. And I, like, completely believed her, because I was like, it's so small. That makes sense. They probably have, like, a Vermont, New Hampshire airport, like, right on the line between them or something. No, they have an airport in Vermont. I was just stupid. But, like, I straight up believed her for a week and a half. And I was like, wait, I kind of want to look this up. There's airports in Vermont. So. Anyway. Anything else to talk about this week?
Don't think so.
Alright, well, in that case.
This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
That's been Katrina.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles.